Hi, my name is Rebecca Finn, and I'm a graduate student in the history department at the University of West Florida. And I spent the semester in Dr. Mitchell Cook's Colonial America researching Theresa Moreno. And as a matter of fact, this is kind of interesting because there is quite a bit of information on her because she was born in 1838, and sometime in 1844, as it says here on this plaque, she was bought by Don Francisco Moreno, and she was 7 years old. Now, she died in 1909, and for 65 years she was a member of the Moreno family. As a matter of fact, I kind of say she was more than just a member. She was at the center of the ebb and flow of the Moreno family. She was basically a midwife, and she delivered the majority of the Moreno kids. As a matter of fact, she not only delivered, but she even had to bury some of the children she delivered as well. And for example, through researching Theresa, you can also find some information on Don Francisco. For example, he is kind of considered the father of Pensacola due to the fact that he had 27 children. He had 3 wives and 27 children. And for instance, at the time of his death, he had 65 grandchildren and I think about 72 great-grandchildren, if I read that right. And as a matter of fact, if you read some of Don Francisco's obituaries, it states that he was actually born in Spain, but that is actually not correct. His parents were from Spain, I believe from Barcelona. I think his father was a surgeon or a doctor, and they moved to Pensacola. So Don Francisco was born, raised, lived, and died in Pensacola. And over here, as you can see, is kind of interesting too, that not only does Theresa have a plaque here, which I think definitely represents, or you can see the respect and love the Moreno family had for her, but in the obituary it is mentioned that Theresa is buried next to, as it says in her obituary, her mistress, Corinne Moreno Jordan, one of Don Francisco's children. And I just kind of find it interesting that they buried Theresa Moreno, a former slave, right next into the Moreno family plot. So you definitely get a sense that even though perhaps she was bought as a slave, she was never considered a slave. So I think that's kind of a very interesting story, and definitely you see the respect that they had for her.